Well, hey, everybody, and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas Eve.
It is Christmas Eve, isn't it?
It is.
That's pretty cool. We're doing a show on Christmas Eve.
That's right.
So for this deep dive, we are looking at someone's Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
Specifically, a family's trip to Lapland.
To Lapland.
Lapland, Finland.
Yeah. It's, we always see the kind of commercial side of Christmas, but it's really interesting to look at how a family experiences the magic of Christmas in a very personal and unfiltered way.
Yeah, like getting a little peek into someone else's holiday postcard.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're hearing from Lumi, who's the mom of this family, and she starts by, really setting the scene in Lapland, which, as you mentioned, is like the quintessential Christmas wonderland.
Yeah, you can't get more Christmassy than that.
Exactly.
Right.
And her son, Matteo, had been dreaming of going back to Lapland ever since their last visit like 3 years ago. I can only imagine the excitement.
Yeah, the anticipation must have been incredible, especially for a kid. I mean, I remember as a kid, my family, we used to drive around looking at Christmas lights. And, I mean, that was the highlight of the season, every night just driving around and seeing what people had come up with.
It's so fun.
It's magical.
Yeah, and Lemmy talks about how Christmas just magnifies that sense of family togetherness,
Yeah.
creating these lasting memories and sharing those special moments with each other.
Yeah.
And she even mentioned their Advent calendar tradition, which I think a lot of families can relate to. The little daily rituals that just make the holidays so special.
Yeah, those become really ingrained, They really stick with you. I mean, that's really what makes the holidays special, are those traditions that we build as families.
Yeah, and speaking of special moments,
Yeah.
they actually got to meet Santa Claus.
Wow.
Like the real deal.
Oh.
It's straight out of a storybook. Lumi described how he actually took the time to chat with each of her children, asking about their behavior.
Yeah.
Making sure they were on the nice list and what gifts they were hoping for.
That's awesome.
Even her youngest, who's only 3 years old,
Yeah.
Got to experience that magical moment.
It's interesting how Lumi focuses on those interactions and the children's well-being.
Yeah.
Rather than just, the gifts and the presents.
Yeah.
It just highlights, how families define what a successful Christmas is.
That's a great point.
For some families, it might be these elaborate experiences.
Right.
Going to Lapland, meeting Santa Claus.
Right.
For other families, it might be,
simpler traditions.
Staying at home.
Yeah.
Having a quiet Christmas,
Yeah, it's all about what resonates with your family.
Exactly.
There's no one size fits all.
Yeah.
And the adventure didn't end there because they visited Santa's village.
Oh, wow.
Like they got a behind-the-scenes look at all the magic.
So cool.
Lumi mentioned seeing all the letters from children around the world and the elves bustling around, getting ready for Christmas Eve.
It's that immersive experience that just brings it to life for kids.
Yes.
They're not just, hearing stories about Santa Claus. They're stepping into his world.
Right. It's like you become part of the story.
Exactly.
And of course, no visit to Santa's village would be complete without some treats.
Some Christmas treats.
Lumi mentioned gingerbread cookies. And I mean, who doesn't love a good gingerbread cookie?
Delicious.
During the holidays, right?
Yeah, wouldn't it be Christmas without gingerbread?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as the year winds down, Lumi's thoughts turn to the future, and she wishes for another year filled with good health and happiness for her family.
That's something we can all relate to, right?
Yes, especially during the holidays.
We're reflecting on the year that's gone by.
Yeah.
And thinking about the year to come.
Yeah, and hoping for the best.
And hoping for the best, exactly.
And her wishes extend beyond her immediate family. She hopes for a prosperous year for all families filled with peace and love and good health for everyone.
It's a beautiful sentiment that captures the spirit of the season.
She does.
It doesn't matter what your background is, what your traditions are. It's that shared desire, for happiness and well-being.
Yeah.
I think that's something that unites us all.
I love how she ends her story with a message emphasizing the importance of light and joy and togetherness.
Absolutely.
It's just a perfect way to wrap up this really heartwarming look into their Christmas celebration.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's a powerful reminder that even though our traditions and our locations may differ, the core values of family and love and hope, I think those resonate with all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's really what Christmas is all about.
Especially during the holidays.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what resonated with you most about Lumi's Christmas story?
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that make your family's holidays unique and memorable? We'd love to hear about your own special traditions.
Share them with us.
From both of us, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.